Hello, everybody, and welcome to the Infinity Podcast. I'm your host, Brando, and today we are once again joined by...
Parker. What's up, guys?
Hey, look, Parker's actually here this time.
Yep.
He hasn't been here in a while. Actually,
I have
I'm trying to
not.
remember. I was supposed to say, I'm pretty sure Ricky is going to overtake you at some point. He's just a guest. And, like, the amount of time somebody
Ricky's
shows
not
up.
going to overtake me.
I don't know, man. I don't know. I don't have the exact measurements, but he's been on, like, most of the shows recently. Hey, how about YouTube? How about you stop buffering my fucking live stream and let me see chat?
Fuck.
If any copyrighted stuff comes through those headphones, I'm going to drop this call instantly. YouTube, I don't want to actually watch the live stream. I just want to see the goddamn chat. Just let me pull it up, you fucking tit.
Oh, no!
And I thought this would not be the most unprofessional episode I've ever done.
EmpireAtWar.exe has stopped working. Fucky fuck.
Okay, so Parker, how's your day going?
It's been alright. It could be better, but it's been pretty good.
Good to hear. And pop out chat. Then copy the YouTube links. I don't know why my Chrome just decided to shade out and start lagging. Yes, Twitter. Load. I want Twitter to load. I'm going to close out Cookie Clicker right now. And what? I closed Cookie Clicker, and the instant that happened, everything started running like 100% faster.
Your mic sounds like it's dying. Your pop filter just sounds like it went away completely.
There's no pop filter. There's no chat. There is a chat. You just chatted. Hello. What the fuck am I trying to do? Gah! Where the fuck did the chat go? What the hell? This is being really fucking weird. Restore chat. No, fuck. Okay, I thought I had this down. I went like many episodes and it was all semi-professional. It was all fine. It all went really well. Nothing bad happened. And then Parker comes back and okay, I'm closing out Discord. Twitter still wants to lag behind. If you could not, that would be fantastic. So what up, Parker? How's your Star Wars game going?
Not that great.
Are you sure it's not that great?
Yeah, I'm having to do things I really shouldn't have to do. But because because stuff is like because mods are so finicky with Empire at War ever since they came to Steam, it's a bit difficult to try to play what I want.
I should probably just set YouTube to auto tweet out whenever I go live. But I didn't do that.
You should do that.
I don't normally like doing that because, number one, for like the last few weeks, there's been a guest every time we've gone live. So I always want to at the guest so they can retweet it. And it doesn't automatically do that because obviously YouTube's not going to know the Twitter handle for whoever is in the title. There we go. And shut the fuck up, Twitter. I don't need you. I got you on my phone. Grr. So yeah, this year, I'm going to be getting a PC. You know what that means, Parker? We can play games together and not want to kill each other.
Wait, say again.
I said I'm going to be getting a PC this year. It means we can play games together without needing Xbox.
Oh, yay.
Also means I can upload gameplay videos and stream to Twitch finally, which I wish I had that in my mind because I wouldn't have gone through Doki Doki Literature Club because I really want to do a video on Doki Doki Literature Club, but it'd be horrible to do a Let's Play on Doki Doki Literature Club if I've already played it. Parker, have you played Doki Doki Literature Club?
Yeah.
Oh, wait, seriously?
No, I haven't yet.
Oh, it's dude, that game is a mind fuck. It's just I love watching people's reactions to it, which is the main reason I keep going through different Let's Plays. I was watching Austin from the Game Theorist live tweet his reactions to the game, and it was just hilarious watching the roller coaster of, oh hey, that's how holy fucking shit, that's depressing. It was fantastic to watch. Highly recommend Doki Doki Literature Club at some point.
All right, hey, can you give me 1 second real quick?
I'm literally counting the seconds.
Don't literally count the seconds.
1, 2, 3, 4. Okay, hi. One
No,
person.
Brandon, like seriously,
Okay.
I'm gonna
I
need
stopped counting the seconds like 2 seconds ago, man.
Okay. I'll be right back.
I guess it's time to prepare for a show without Parker because last time he said he'd be right back, it took him almost an hour to get back to me. Fucking bitch. How's it going to the people in chat? How's it going? How's life? Let's see if everything decides to work now. Messenger, will you load? Nope. Okay, I don't want you to load. Anyway, Messenger, I hate you too. I'll pull it up on my phone like a normal person. Okay. So one thing we're going to do when Parker gets back, we're going to go through the people. There's only you, but I'm assuming there will be people eventually, I assume. Parker and I are going to go through the whole Twitter conversation that Wendy's and Moon Pie had on Twitter, because I think it's the most hilarious thing. Because the official accounts for Moon Pie, like the snack, and Wendy's, the fast food place, obviously, have apparently been hitting on each other on Twitter. And it's a mix of disgusting and hilarious. So let me go and share the things. I really wish this fucking camera would load up. Load, you damn camera. It's weird because the camera on this laptop likes to randomly cut on and off, and it's super annoying. Settings, no camera found. There should be an internal camera. I know for a fact that there's an internal camera. I know that for a fucking fact because I can see the internal camera right here. I'm looking right at it. I'm looking at the camera. I just realized I had no plan for what if Parker decided to leave, so I'm just gonna awkwardly sit here. I think he's back. I heard a door shut.
Let's get started.
What the fuck is up, Parker? Where'd you go? You had me scared. I thought I was going to die.
I went to
Space. He went to the fourth world.
I had to make a call because I'm doing something for one of my classes.
This is more important than your damn schoolwork, Parker.
Which it was.
At least for me, it is. Grr. Oh, yeah. Last week was for those of you who didn't catch the video with Ricky, last week was the anniversary of this channel being made.
Oh wow.
According to the videos, it's not going to be for August, but that's because I deleted half a year's worth of content because I hated it. I absolutely because I the Brandovader account started off doing Let's Plays, which is something I want to get back into, but they were horribly done because I didn't have the money for a capture card. So it was me taking a camera and pointing it towards the TV. But the biggest problem with that wasn't the fact that I was pointing a camera towards the TV. It was I didn't give enough shits to crop it. So either you'd see like only half the TV or you'd see everything around the TV. And the TV would be super small because I wouldn't crop it correctly. So yeah, that it was horrible. So I deleted like a bunch of them, which is why like a ton of people left the channel. And then I got really into NerdSync and Comic Story, and I was like, I can do that shit. Watch me.
Huh.
And now it's Cosmic Nerd Studios and not Brandovader. Because I wanted to completely change everything. So yeah, this year we will be having more Let's Plays. I assume at some point down the road they're going to be a bit higher quality than the last time I did them. And they will feature way more boobs. Right? Parker doesn't sound sure. I don't know if you guys know this. Parker has boobs.
No, I don't.
He has udders.
That's a bit disgusting.
It's disgusting, but you're not denying it. Let's load up my email. Okay. Have I gone to Discord and asked for an okay? You haven't answered any of the questions of the day that I've thrown at you into the chat, Parker. So I have a question.
Okay, yeah.
If you were dating a mermaid or a mer person, like a mermaid or merman, would you rather have the top half be a fish or the bottom half be a fish?
Bottom half, Jesus.
There are people who say the other way. I think bottom half being a fish would probably be the best option.
I don't know, like, I'm sorry, I just don't picture how that would be, like.
There are people where they're like, you can't, like, fuck a tail. Because...
it's there somewhere, otherwise mermaids can't reproduce.
My big thing was just, like, you have the top half be a person so you can talk and, like, do everything but that kind of sex, and then just get a mistress or a hooker. I feel like at that point the mermaid's not going to care. It's like mermaid's not going to care if you have a hooker because it's like it's understandable. I have a tail. I don't have.
No, they have to reproduce somehow. Like
it'd still be pretty damn gross. What the fuck is this? Okay, what is the best soda? Like flavor, not brand. What is the best soda flavor? There's only one right answer.
All right, well,
it's orange soda.
Wait, you're saying...
Orange soda is the best. Okay. There are more questions. I just don't have any of them. Okay. A lot of these are very time-based. What was your favorite game of 2017? I think I already asked you that. Oh yeah,
Shovel Knight.
Mermaids would reproduce the same way fish do via...
Well, it wasn't really 2017. Cuphead.
Oh, Cuphead was fucking amazing. Yes, I do think... See, there we go. Other Brandon here in the chat said mermaids would reproduce the same way fish do, which is via fertilization.
I know, but well, see, I don't necessarily think that. I understand where that comes from, but like, number one, I'm being hopeful. Number two, Like, it's hard to describe. I don't know. You guys put me in a weird spot with this fucking question.
Gotta make sure your girlfriend hears this one. He's gonna leave you for a mermaid.
No,
One
I'm
of these
not.
days. Is Gotham doing Professor Pig?
Is what?
Gotham is doing Professor Pig, apparently. Why are they doing Professor Pig?
Huh.
Okay, I'm assuming because you don't watch Flash or any of the good TV shows, I'm assuming you don't watch Gotham.
I don't watch TV shows in general, so no.
Okay, good. Gotham isn't that good. I don't like it. The whole premise of Gotham is it's Batman as a child,
I know the premise of it.
but it doesn't focus on the parts of him being a child that we really want. It focuses on Commissioner Gordon and the Gotham police taking down the villains that like Batman fights in the comic books. Like they've taken down Mr. Freeze and like Proto Joker and Riddler and Penguin already.
Proto Joker?
Proto Joker. It's like Joker as a child. We have a character who's going to become the Joker, but he's currently like a child. And he's a super cool fucking character, by the way. Like, the police have already been able to take down all these characters. There's no fucking need for goddamn Batman if the police are already capable of doing everything Batman's needed to do.
Well, no, they were capable, but because Batman's a thing, they're not capable anymore.
I don't see that because the way that it's always been,
I don't see it either, but that's what they're going to use.
Yeah, I guess. And they've confirmed it's like the last scene is going to be what the fuck is the kid's name? It's David Mazouz or whatever, dressing up in the Batman costume, and that's going to be like the final scene. But like I get that, but like the whole point in the comics is Batman exists because of like his vendetta and him realizing the police can't do like what's needed to be done. But he's like, I'm a rich ninja boy. Which is weird because then in the Batman Ninja anime movie thing that they're doing, he dresses like a samurai.
Oh, are you talking about
I sent you that trailer, right, for Batman Ninja?
Yeah, dude, I saw the trailer as soon as it came out.
Dude, that shit looks fucking awesome.
I know, I'm super psyched for it.
Same. I just wish that I like how everybody's first issue with that, like the only issue I can find is the fact that he's wearing samurai armor, but it's called Batman Ninja. But they're all wearing samurai armor, and I'm like, I have some issue with that, but
well, it makes sense in Batman's part because Batman's suit may be a stealth-based suit, but his stealth-based suit is also something that can be used for frontline combat.
Oh, do you watch any Gaijin Goomba videos?
Yeah.
He has a series that I think it's only had 2 episodes so far. It's called Witch Ninja, and it's pronounced David Mizu. Okay, thank you. I didn't know that. I don't care about Gotham enough to care about the actor names, but he has a series where he goes through like supposedly again only 2 episodes out so far as far as I know, where he goes through different ninjas in pop culture and compares them to how ninjas in history actually were.
Yeah.
And according to him, he has like this whole like 10-minute video comparing Batman to real life ninja, and apparently Batman's way more accurate than a lot of the other ones.
Oh well, yeah.
So that's pretty cool.
See, I'm not surprised at all by that.
Grr.
Personally, because Batman in himself is a character that you have to be like really picky about because of the lore behind him. If he's mastered every single martial art in the world, you got to be accurate with which martial arts you make. Like, sure, you can say, oh, he learned of this one that doesn't exist, but that sort of takes away from it.
I'm pretty sure he knows like
And
Just
it would make
regularly
sense for
works with
Batman to know
alien.
ninjutsu. Otherwise, I don't think he would have the skills that he does now. You know?
I'm also going to point out he's worked with like alongside like Kryptonians and Martians. I'm pretty sure there's at least a line somewhere where he has picked up like fighting styles from like alien species, like humanoid ones, obviously. But, like he's picked up their tactics at some point, and if it's not confirmed, he most likely has.
Oh, I guarantee you he has.
Like fucking, I feel like Tara Babel shows that he knows everything about anyone.
There's one episode in the animated series, The Bold, but he ends up finding Martian Manhunter, and Martian Manhunter ends up finding him.
That was the Batman.
Yeah.
I love that show, man. Um, yeah, that one was cool. Okay, we both saw Justice League, right? I know you saw Justice League.
Yes. So
I
Justice League.
I want them to continue with Ben Affleck, which apparently Ben Affleck wants to leave the Batman role, which is going to be super sad if he does, which it's looking like he will. Which I kind of get why he wants to leave the role, because it got to the point where, because Ben Affleck is a director as well, and whenever he'd work on his own movie, every single interviewer would be like, "What's it like working at DC as like the Batman actor?" When like he compared it where it's like he works on his own movie, yet
He's
people
only
only care
known
about
for
the next Batman film. Despite like he was like, that's not really what is I want to do. Here's like, I think like during like Justice League or whatever, he had worked on like a film for like 4 years, and then during every interview, because that film was about to be released, during every single interview, somebody would ask about Batman instead of his actual movie that he worked like 4 years on. So I wouldn't necessarily blame him for being like, you know what, fuck this. It's like, I'm one of like the top actors. I got a lot of money. I can be fine dropping DC. What's the deal with the Batman? Okay. Actually, that's a good fucking question. Yeah, anyway, what I was trying to say is I really want to see them do a Tower of Babel movie. Which is you might have seen, do you watch Justice League Doom?
I think so.
It was the cartoon where they go up against Vandal Savage, and all of Batman's plans get leaked to the supervillains.
Not sure.
Okay. The basis of Tower of Babel is essentially the start of Grant Morrison writing Batman as God Batman, where with prep time, Batman can do anything, including accidentally take out the entirety of the Justice League.
Wow.
Which happened in that story, because that story was somebody, I'm trying to forget who. Ra's al Ghul got the plans for that Batman had to take out the entire Justice League, and that was, I think, the story that kicked Batman off the Justice League for a bit. Because
what kicked him off?
Ra's al Ghul got access to plans that Batman had essentially drawn up to take out every single member of the Justice League, past and present. Yeah. And because of that, the Justice League voted him off the team. And not only that, all the Robins and every member of the Bat family wasn't trusted on any of their teams anymore. Because then, like, the Teen Titans and the Young Justice team were like, is Robin, like, spying on us for Batman?
Yeah, and then Robin was kicked off. I remember that.
Yeah, because I think, like, it's a fact that Robin was taking notes, because there was a point where he he knew more about Kid Flash's powers than Kid Flash did. So everybody was instantly like, "Nope, you get the fuck away from here." Dude, it's crazy because like that was like around the start of the time Batman sort of became like God mode, where with prep time he can do anything. Which Grant Morrison's run was insane. It was nuts. Yeah, so that was the basis for Tower of Babel. I want to see a movie, like a live action movie, where it's Batman taking down the entirety of the Justice League.
That would be cool.
Especially because at this point, I feel if they did Darkseid, it would sort of be a rehash because Marvel is doing Thanos, and they are damn near the same character.
Thanos and who?
Darkseid?
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Which I'm pretty sure Darkseid came first. I think. Yeah, no, Darkseid 100% came first. But I feel if DC did Darkseid, it'd be viewed as them trying to catch up to Marvel, which they're obviously trying to do. But I don't think people want them to think about it like that. So I really think that like a Tower of Babel movie would be pretty good if they get a few movies in. Shrink. Okay, Parker, I have a question. Do you ever think about like things? This ties into what we were talking about before. Do you ever think about conversations you had like a few years ago and cringe and facepalm?
Like, what do you mean?
Like, do you ever just randomly think of something that you did? Like, for my examples, like 8th grade.
Oh yeah, all the time, dude.
Okay. Because thanks to someone who I think is actually going to listen to this, I'm not going to call her out by name, for reminding me of how cringeworthy I was back in 8th grade. I was like up all night just being like, no, why would I do that? No, it's not a good thing.
I want to ask what you did, but at the same time, like
I won't answer on air because it involves me calling someone out who I think watches the channel.
At least they watched. At least we have people watching the channel. You know.
Yeah, we do. I got a message recently where it's like
silver lining.
From November to December, there was only like around 9 minutes of watch time were viewed on the channel from November to December because I wasn't uploading anything. And then from December to January, it went up to like 300 minutes because I was uploading stuff and I was really pushing the channel and doing a lot more work with other people. I think I have the exact thing. Let me go to the YouTube Studio app. It would involve me calling someone out who, at this point, they know who they are because I directly said this is like 8th grade me. For the past 28 days, okay, people are spending more time watching your channel than ever. Last 28 days, we have had go back to the dashboard. 421 minutes watched on the channel. So that's pretty good. Is he still subscribed? I should be able to find out. 1 minute. Let me see if I can call this fucker out. Let me see if I can call this asshole out real quick. Oh, thanks. I can't check my subscribers here. That's fucking lovely. That's fucking brilliant. Thank you for that. I gotta go to the YouTube website. What are you doing, Parker? How's your game going?
It's going well. I'm playing the Old Republic.
Oh shit! I need to play that at some point because I never actually played it.
I'm playing Star Wars Empire at War, but I'm playing the Old Republic mod for it.
Oh, I never played through any of the Star Wars games at all recently. The most recent one I played was the beta for Battlefront 2. And the oldest Star Wars game I've played was Battlefront 2, the original Battlefront 2. I don't see his name on here. I assume he unsubscribed. Oh, did he? Because he might have noticed I blocked him on everything.
Who'd you block? And why?
The guy who I was saying I wasn't going to call out. Okay, Darkseid came out in 1970, and Thanos came out in 1973. Okay, I'm pretty sure like Jack Kirby, the guy who came up with Darkseid and like the designs for all the Fourth World characters, tried to do Darkseid over at Marvel, and they didn't accept the idea, so he jumped over to DC.
Oh, wow.
I'm like, ha, fuck you, Marvel. We got the Fourth World now. We got like all the good characters like Orion and Mr. Miracle and Granny Goodness.
Granny Goodness?
I don't know what her direct relation with Darkseid is, but she's like an old lady who would train the armies of Apocalypse.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's one of the Furies. She's like a old lady who fights like and trains the army of Apocalypse, which a lot of people are saying. I kind of agree. It'd be a much better movie if Justice League had to fight Granny Goodness and the other Furies instead of fucking Steppenwolf. Because his character made no goddamn sense in that movie. None. Because like it's weird because my big throwaway for Justice League was he kept saying I will rejoin the New Gods, which makes no fucking sense because the New Gods are a species. The New Gods are a species of godlike beings who essentially, at least in the Injustice universe, replaced the old gods, which were like the Roman/Greek gods.
So they killed off the Roman and Greek gods?
They didn't really kill them off. They're more so because nobody believes in like don't fucking question it. They're like the new generation of gods. Okay, that's what it is.
I think I get at what you're saying.
Which one thing I've always found weird about comic books in general is the whole big G, little G for gods, because DC has a god, and so does Marvel. Yet they both also have lower tier gods like Thor and Odin, and then like Wonder Woman and Zeus and stuff like that exist. Well, there's also like the Christian pagan god, or not pagan, but yeah, Christian god, who exists thanks to things like Hellblazer and Lucifer and Sandman.
Yeah.
Which, by the way, I recently got a lot into the Lucifer comics for DC Comics, and he is super fucking. He's a really interesting character in the comic books because he's not just an asshole. Like the whole thing that he goes through in the comic books is, I know Wonder Woman is a demigod, okay, but she's also related to the Greek gods. Therefore, the Greek gods exist.
Okay.
Just thing in the chat. But Lucifer in the comic books isn't a bad person because he's Satan. He's a bad person because his job isn't to just seduce like humanity into being evil. His job is to punish the people who can't go to heaven. And because of that, like his whole problem with humanity is that we blame him for all of our issues.
Yeah.
It's like, oh, let me pull up the exact quote here.
Ah, crap. Hey, Brandon, give me 1 second.
This keeps happening. This keeps happening. Everyone, let's talk about Parker behind his back. He smells like shit.
I'm looking it up. I'm working on it.
I don't know if I'm the only one who can hear Parker right now, but he's on the phone. Grr. Ones like these where I wish we didn't have to live stream them. I could just record them in OBS and then do cuts and shit. But I don't have the time or patience for any of that. Or ability, because I'm on a shitty old Chromebook, so everything has to be done through Chrome.
Yeah, alright.
Gah!
Oh, bye. Sorry about that.
1 second. Be right back. Be entertaining. If I come back and find there's like just a bunch of silence, I'm going to slap you when I see you.
All right, ladies and gentlemen of the Infinity Podcast, we're going to talk about some random shit. If I could see the chat right now, I'd interact more with you guys, but I'm a bit out of luck. Right? So I just want to mention something real quick. I personally I don't know where I'm going with this, guys. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of a game because I don't have a webcam. You know, it's like, oh, okay, here's something we can talk about. If my computer didn't freeze. Yep, there we go. We're good. So, I don't know if
The answer is yes.
Brandon's here. What do you know?
Why'd you say it like that?
I don't know. I don't know if any of you guys know what fuck, I can't talk. I'm sorry. I'm like, my thoughts are all over the place. Brandon, let's just jump back on the topic before I completely lose myself.
All right, fine. Though it was fun watching you struggle.
Thank you.
See, this is why I think Parker needs to start his own YouTube channel, so he can just have that awkward burping and not knowing what to say for like half an hour every day.
Well, I'm just you put me a bit on the spot. My videos would probably be scripted, and I'd probably be playing Stellaris or something. Speaking of Stellaris, that game is amazing. I recommend it highly to everyone.
Don't scripted videos, man. Unless like video essays or whatever. But scripted Let's Plays? Come on, Parker.
No, not like a scripted Let's Play, but like, I mean, scripted in the sense of I'm going to do this today and this, like have an actual schedule.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I thought, because you were like, my videos would most likely be scripted, and my first thought was, you're not gonna script Let's Plays, are you?
No.
Just don't do that. Don't do that. You gotta be genuine, or nobody's gonna give a shit. Ugh.
I'm just waiting for this. I'm waiting to get 24,000 credits, and hopefully I don't die in that time, because when I get 24,000 credits, I'm going to have a command ship that comes with a giant escort fleet, and I'll be able to punch through everything and win. Be great.
Okay. To the one person in chat and whoever the hell watches this, afterwards, keep an eye out on the channel on Sunday, January 24th, because I have a new podcast thing dropping then, and it should be out by then, hopefully, if I can decide what the fuck we're doing. Because did I tell you about this, Parker? That there's a new thing dropping on thing? Not sure if you'd care. I'm doing a comic book based quiz show as an excuse to branch out and work with other YouTubers that don't do comic book content. Because I found out it wouldn't make sense to work with like a Let's Player or a vlogger because I do comic book content, but this gives me an excuse to work with anyone. And like, I've reached out to, Green Skull said he would be interested once that there are fewer episodes up. So that's gonna be fun. I have like the whole year planned out for guests or potential guests. So that's gonna be fun. The first guests, because I'm recording this on Friday, are gonna be Ricky and Chris, also known as Stu Dippin and CS Andreas. They're going to be the first two guests for the show because they were the people who I brought it up with first. And also, I just needed a way to test it before I reached out to some YouTuber I don't know and completely embarrassed myself. Which is most likely still going to happen, so keep an eye out for that. Watch me reach out to like some big person, somehow get them to agree, and then just embarrass myself. Don't want to miss that, right, Parker?
I do not want to miss that.
Okay, now I feel like Parker wants me to mess up now. You fucker. Okay.
Brandon, how often do you want me to mess up?
Oh, all the time.
Exactly.
Whenever I see you like go out to the bus, I'm waiting for you to slip. There's gonna be one day where you face plant, and it's gonna be hilarious.
What do you mean? Whenever you see me go out to the bus, we don't live in the same Oh, you mean
like to the buses
okay, I was about
from
to say.
classes. I'll be
Fucker.
walking back from the end, and I'll pass you guys, or I'll be on the bus and I'll see you guys, and I'm just like, one of these days, odds are, at some point before we graduate, you're going to slip and face plant, and it's going to be hilarious. That being said, I would feel bad like if you broke your nose or got seriously injured, but if everything was fine, I would just laugh. I'm not a monster. God damn, everybody's going live on Twitch all of a sudden. Why? Why? You don't need this many people live on Twitch. Oh, Logan Paul uploaded a video today, apparently.
Yeah, he's back, finally.
Apparently, it's a good video, though it still feels like a PR move, apparently.
Well,
I
it
haven't
makes
really watched
sense.
I know, it makes sense. Like, a lot of people called this is going to be the type of video he's going to upload first. Let me see. What other things are trying? Oh, did you see what movie got nominated for an Oscar?
No, I did not.
Yes, we are in high school. Boss Baby was nominated for an Oscar.
You're fucking kidding me.
You know what wasn't nominated for an Oscar?
What?
The Lego Batman movie. You know, they picked the second worst animated film to come out last year and be like, and Oscar. This is Oscar worthy. What about, the Lego Batman movie, which got like a really high rating on everything because it was super fun, and people are like, shut the hell up. We don't care about your damn critics. This is Boss Baby. Yes, we are in high school. I accidentally misread that as, are you both single? And I'm like, one of us is.
I'll let you guess.
Hint, I'm the single one, obviously. Ladies, not really. See, I never did that kind of stuff in 8th grade. I went worse. I was so much worse in 8th grade.
We don't talk about my middle school years. I was a cringe fest in my middle school years.
Oh, I'm still a cringe fest.
You're just a mature cringe fest.
Hell yeah.
Mature given in a broad sense.
fuck you. I don't care if you're single. I'm not gay. I know. I accidentally misread that as that, and I was like, oh wait, no, you said high school. That's why I was confused for a second. But yeah, we're both in high school. Parker's gonna die before the end because of his math classes, apparently.
Yep. Wait, what?
Last semester, every time I spoke to you, like on the way to the buses or whatever, you'd always like most of the time you'd say something about your math classes being annoying.
Yeah, my math classes are annoying as fuck.
Wait, what math classes are you in?
Algebra 2.
Oh, I'm also in algebra 2. I hate algebra. I hate it so much. I hate algebra in general. It's just so unnecessary. Like,
Yes, it is.
at one point, and like 90% of the jobs are open to me, am I going to need to know how to find y in an equation with just like 3 letters in a triangle? I'm not going to. That's not like a life or death thing. I'm not going to go buy milk and be like, so I need to find y. No, you know why? Because I don't know if teachers know this. Stores put the price of things on the item. I don't need to do some weird ass
Brandon,
calculations.
teachers know this, but like they can't.
I get that.
Like
Again,
they have a job. They're supposed to teach.
I'm
Something,
aware of
so.
how this works, Parker. I'm 110% aware of how that works. Again, last year I did like a whole hour-long interview with Mr. Fraley about how school works. Grr. Ugh. Okay, so do you watch Game Theory at all, Parker?
Not all that much anymore.
He made 2 videos about loot boxes that are essentially common knowledge at this point.
Oh yeah.
I'm just like, why? Like, I'll be honest, I like Matt Pat as a person. I think he's super cool and fun and interesting. But I don't like very many of the game theory videos or film theory. I am largely subscribed to the game theorists for like the live streams and for the science, which I think is much more entertaining. Yeah, he did like 2 videos about loot boxes that are essentially common knowledge, talking about how it's essentially gambling. And like he went on like he explained both sides of the argument, and it's like, yeah, both sides of that argument is common sense. It's like, yeah, if you compare it this way, it is gambling. If you compare it this other way, it's not gambling. That's like common sense to anybody. Let me see. Black Panther is out in a few weeks, man.
Oh wow, really?
Yeah, Black Panther is out in February.
That's cool.
It's dope. You gonna see it, man?
Absolutely.
You gonna see it opening weekend?
Why wouldn't I?
I don't know. I'm gonna try to see the day it drops if I still have my cousin's movie pass card with me. Which is looking likely because he's messaged me several times saying he keeps messaging me saying he's gonna take it back. Yeah, it's been on my desk for many weeks. I keep forgetting how soon Black Panther's coming out. Yeah, I keep forgetting that soon because I'm avoiding like all the trailers and clips and news articles about Black Panther. So yeah, it does feel like it's coming out of absolutely nowhere. I'm super excited for that. I'm excited for Infinity War. Can't wait to see what Stan Lee's cameo is going to be in Black Panther,
Oh yeah,
obviously.
that'll be interesting.
That's the most important thing of every Marvel movie. Which then we also now have Deadpool coming out in May. So that's going to be super fun as well. We know Solo comes out in May as well, but we have yet to see any trailers. We have like one piece of leaked promotional art, I think, and set photos, and that's about it for this movie that comes out in just a few months.
Yep.
It's like the more you look into the Solo movie, the more concerning it becomes. So, I don't know. I don't know about that. Who cares about Solo? Exactly. I feel like Han Solo is one of the characters in Star Wars who didn't need its own film. I feel like a Boba Fett film would have gone much better, or even an Obi-Wan film, or so many other characters.
Yeah.
So many other characters except for Han Solo, because I feel like what's in the movies is what you need to know, and it's like that is his character. There's not gonna be like some big character development change. So I don't know. I'm probably gonna see the movie at some point. I doubt I will see it in theaters because I feel like all my money is gonna be dried up from Infinity War and Deadpool.
Ah.
Oh, did you see that Superman is getting his red trunks back in Action Comics issue, was it 1000?
Red trunks?
The red underwear on his costume.
Oh, wow.
They're coming back. They're coming back because Forrest, correct me if I'm wrong, it's the 1000th issue of Superman, or I mean Action Comics, right? That's what they're back for. I think Forrest should know. He's on a comic book podcast. I demand instant answers, despite how long the delay is between what we see in chat. Yeah, the trunks haven't. Okay, yeah, it's 1000. We haven't seen the trunks since around the New 52, as far as I know. They haven't really been there, except for like a few random appearances in like Elseworld stories. Because like the New 52 is like when you got the collar, and it was all designed by Jim Lee, which a lot of people hate the New 52 Superman design. I personally really liked it. I also really like the Rebirth design as well. Because I don't really like the trunks, if I'm being honest. The red underwear. We don't need them. We don't need those red trunks. I'm glad Batman lost his red trunks as well. Not red, black. Yeah, they did eliminate. It's gotta be like. It must have appeared in like Lois and Clark, though, right? There's got to be at least some point where he wore the trunks in like some series. Since then. Yeah, the trunks are back. I'm excited. I hope that they don't stay. I hope it's just like a one issue thing. Let me see. What other news is there? Oh, guess what else was being nominated for an Oscar? Parker?
Who else?
Logan, Guardians of the Galaxy, and Star Wars.
Nice.
So yeah, those are.
I haven't seen Logan yet. I need to watch it.
I'm not going to address that. Let me see. I'm going, since we have no topics, I decided to pull up my list of topics for the radio show on the school radio that dropped this week. And
all right.
Which is weird how I'm expecting it to, okay, Forrest says Logan is amazing, which I've heard super like emotional. I have it on DVD somewhere. It's weird considering this list didn't get me past like the length of a song on the school radio, and I'm expecting it to carry this podcast here. Dan Slott, the guy who wrote Spider-Man for 10 years, is leaving for Iron Man, which is, I feel Dan Slott leaving. This is more so directed towards the audience because I don't think you've read very much recent Spider-Man, at least.
I have not.
Dan Slott has been writing Spider-Man for like the past 10 years. It's had some of my favorite stories. And I agree with like a lot of other people. And I thought this too was like, Dan Slott's going to write Spider-Man or he's going to leave. Like, because Spider-Man is his favorite character. And then they just up and announce that it's like, and he's leaving for Iron Man. And I'm like, what? No, that's awesome. I hope he doesn't stay on Iron Man for 10 years like he did with Spider-Man, because I feel like, because he had some really good stories. Like he had Spider Island, he had Big Time, and he had my favorite, Superior Spider-Man under his belt. And then, especially recently, the stories haven't been as good. Especially after, because after Superior Spider-Man, they made, as like the book itself describes it, Peter Parker has become the poor man's Tony Stark.
Pretty much.
Because he runs his own company. He has like a super augmented suit and whatever, and felt came crashing down during Secret Empire, which I don't care what you guys say. I liked Secret Empire a lot. Secret Empire was this whole event for Parker, at least. It was an event where Captain America was revealed to have been a Hydra agent the entire time.
Oh yeah.
So he like dropped a dome around Manhattan and Hydra took over America.
I think I remember that.
And Spider-Man wasn't really in the book, or at least Peter Parker's Spider-Man wasn't, because in his own book, Dr. Octopus was back in a Peter Parker clone body. He was working for Hydra and wanting to take Parker Industries back, because Parker Industries started off during Superior Spider-Man, because that was essentially Doc Ock's like baby, essentially. He's like, This is mine. I made this company, even if it isn't Spider-Man's name. So he tries to take it back, and there was like a whole thing, and that explains why Spider-Man wasn't there during Secret Empire. It's super cool.
Yeah.
Super cool. Okay, let me see. Did you hear about YouTube's demonetization thing that they recently did?
Not really, no.
Okay. So this was like a big thing. Everyone is covering it. I don't know how the hell you avoided hearing about this. Everyone from like the small and the big were talking about it. There were clearly two different opinions where the small people were like, hey, fuck you. The big guys were like, eh. YouTube has changed their monetization policy. I'm reading quote for quote here what I had written down. So previously, you could monetize your videos at any level, and once your video earned at least $100 in monetization, you could take that money and like get a check for it. But now they changed it where you have to have at least 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within the past year.
Oh.
And there was like either people who weren't really making very much money, like barely enough to pull it out of their account, were upset about this, or the big people like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, were all like, because they're like, which I think like both of them admitted, where it's like we're like within like the top 50 YouTubers on the platform. So like they made it clear it's like maybe we're wrong and it sounds really weird coming from us, but it's like that you're not really earning very much money at that rate.
Oh.
So it wouldn't really matter. Like that's like, I know my buddy Jake, who like he only had like $63 of his YouTube earnings.
Yeah.
So like that wasn't even enough where he would get the money, because you have to have at least 100 to pull it out.
Wow. Really?
Which I think, I wonder, did his subscribers jump? Because the reason I found out about that tweet was because I was watching a PewDiePie video, and that tweet showed up in a PewDiePie video because he was tweeting about that. And I was like, wait, what?
Wow.
And then it was super cool because I wasn't expecting to watch a PewDiePie video and see that tweet. But yeah, it was like $63. And it's like there were a lot of people who were like, it's gonna kill, all these YouTube channels, blah blah blah. I don't think it's gonna kill anyone who genuinely cared about YouTube. I said this last week, but I feel like anyone who really gave a shit about YouTube and their community is gonna keep doing this. Because if you're willing to shut down like your YouTube channel and abandon like your channel and your community because of like $20, then at some point along the line you're going to hit like the slightest of road bumps or like speed bumps and get discouraged and run away anyway.
Yeah.
That like it's gonna happen at some point if you're willing to leave over this. But the people who are like passionate and genuinely give a shit about their community are going to stick with it.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
That being said, this was the year where I was like, I'm gonna go headfirst into YouTube. It's gonna be everything. Oh, thanks YouTube. Thanks for that. Thanks. I guess it doesn't matter now. Fucking bitch. Yeah, and then Twitch announced Twitch has a deal with Disney apparently to get exclusive content from Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and like a few other Let's Players. Which was like a big thing, I guess. Because like do you watch any of them still, Mark or Jack?
No, unfortunately.
I still watch both of them fairly regularly. It depends on like the game. Like there's some games I much prefer watching Markiplier play compared to Jacksepticeye.
Yeah.
Like, even though they do essentially the same thing, they do it very differently. Like I much preferred watching Jacksepticeye play their Doki Doki than Markiplier. But like it's weird seeing it be like, because I keep forgetting that's like they're both technically owned by Disney at this point. So it felt
Oh yeah, they sort of are.
It felt much weirder for me to see the headline be like, Twitch signs deal with Disney to get content from like Markiplier, Jacksepticeye, and like it's like two other Let's Players, and I'm like, oh yeah, that's right. They're Disney's bitches.
Yep.
Which makes sense because I'm pretty sure like I know Jack hosted D23 last year. And I think Markiplier has been on Disney Channel before.
Really?
I know they've both done Disney XD content.
Huh. I didn't think
because of that. I keep forgetting about that.
they've done Disney XD content. Holy crap.
I'm obviously they censor it or they like bleep it out or whatever, but like they've done it.
That's surprising.
By the way, I'm hoping at least one of them goes to Indie PopCon.
I think they probably will.
I know Ethan from Crank Gameplays announced on his Twitch stream that he's signed on to go to PopCon.
Who?
Crank Gameplays did.
Oh yeah.
He announced that like a few weeks ago because the Indie PopCon account started announcing where it's like we got Jason David Frank and some Overwatch voice actors, and then people in like the Twitch chats and on Twitter were like, "How about you, Ethan? Are you going to Indie PopCon?" And then he was like, "Yeah, I signed on to go." I'm like, "Cool, that's one person."
Yeah, that's still pretty cool though.
Yeah, I'm planning on going to Indie PopCon. I'm hopefully gonna go all 3 days this year because last year I
there again. So yeah, I mean I'm going on 3 days.
I'm hoping to actually vlog this time because last time I promised to do a vlog and I got like 2 minutes of footage and didn't do anything with it. Largely because most of it was waiting in line and I didn't have anything to say.
Okay.
It's like the most interesting thing I did while I was there was like I had a conversation with the completionist. That's about it. It's like that's all I did except for like walk around and get mistaken by like a few people for a Deadpool cosplayer. So
I mean, you liked PopCon, right?
I enjoyed PopCon.
All right, good.
Didn't see we spent like a total of like 10 minutes together.
Yeah, we did. I remember that.
It's like I saw you when I got there, and then you were working with like the other helpers, and then we hung out for like 10 minutes, and then you left for before even the darn podcast award started.
Yeah, because I had to work.
You were like Magic the Gathering. What are you talking about?
Oh no, yeah, I remember that.
You left for Magic the Gathering.
Yeah, no, I had to work
So
after that.
so it was just me sitting there in a room with like a bunch of people whom I don't know who also do podcasting that I've never met and they've never heard of me. So I was just sitting off to the side, very awkwardly, like, uh. Also, my phone was dying the whole time, so I couldn't distract myself on my phone. It was still fun though. I enjoyed walking around by myself more than I thought I would have. Because I could just think and look at all the cool stuff. And of course, like I was able to like talk to people like the completionist. I almost got a chance to speak with Gaijin Goomba. I was the next person in his line before he had to go to a panel or something.
I remember wanting to talk to him. I just didn't get the chance. I saw him on the floor, but I didn't want to bother him.
I completely forgot to go to the panel that Crank Gameplays and the other two people that he works with were doing. Because I was really like, I was like, I want to meet Ethan from Crank Gameplays because he's like a really cool person. I've recently been going through like his old content and like you can like because he like started like 2007 and he's only 20, so it's like you can watch him from like younger than I was when I started doing YouTube up until present day.
Yeah.
And I'm like, that's insane. Like super cool. I'm like, I want to meet that guy. And then I was like, oh shit, when's his panel? I missed it. It was 20 minutes ago. Fine. Yeah,
I met him a bit. He was a really nice guy, actually. I didn't really talk to many of the celebrities all that much this year. It's really hit or miss with a lot of the celebrities.
I've heard like people like Jack and like all the Let's Players are fairly nice, I think.
Oh yeah, Jack was super nice. I remember talking to Jack a bunch. Mark was in a bit of a bad mood though the year he was there.
Was there like a reason why, or is he just perpetually in a bad mood?
He seemed like he seemed like he asked for some Pepto-Bismol, so everyone thought his stomach is probably not feeling great. Right?
Okay.
But I think it's sort of his personality. Like I feel like he's not necessarily, I don't want to say a douche, but I feel like he
I love how
you know one person that you know who's like he's a friend and he's nice to you, but like,
also an asshole?
Yeah.
I've been told I am that friend.
You are that friend. Anyways.
Now I feel insulted.
No, Brandon just yeah. All right. Anyways. I think that's just his personality.
Okay, because I know like I've spoken to like I haven't like personally spoken, but like I've seen interviews with like other YouTubers and like the people at VidCon and like other conventions have said that they're all fairly nice.
Yeah, I just think he may not have been feeling well that weekend. He also might have been, annoyed with people.
I feel like it's really easy to get annoyed with people at that size.
Yeah, exactly, which is another thing. Like a lot of people called him a lot of the handlers that he had were pretty upset because apparently they said one of them said that he was very rude, and the other one was like, yeah, he was rude at some points, but she's hyping it up a bit. And I'm like, well, like, you gotta understand that, like, he's coming to a convention with a bunch of people who are going crazy about the fact that he's here. He's probably not the type of guy that likes attention like that.
Oh,
And I
he's
don't
like
think
say he's
he
very
wants
introverted.
all that much. Like, I don't think he realized how big it was going to be.
Oh yeah, like I was going through like the Indie PopCon like accounts during the time when he was there, and apparently like
The
the amount
numbers
of people
shot
who
up
went, yeah, the
because
amount of
they
people
were
who
there.
went just to see like him and Jack do a panel was like, according to like their tour account, was like 3 times the amount that had come the previous year just because they announced Markiplier and Jacksepticeye.
Oh yeah.
And I'm like, and people's like, yeah, sure, you should probably be nice to, like the handlers and the people who work there, but also it's got to be very stressful to have like the majority of people at a convention there just to see you and your friends. That's got to be like the most stressful and annoying thing there is.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
Because it's like, can you imagine like the pressure that would be on you? Where it's like, especially because like if it's towards like, hey, like 2 times the people like last year came here just to see you guys, like the amount of stress that would be on you at that point. That'd just be insane. That's why I would hate doing panels, I feel like.
From what
It's
I
just
heard, their
stress.
panels were pretty fun.
I've seen like snippets. I've seen like I watch the PAX panels that they upload because they upload like they upload most of the like PAX content.
Yeah.
It's usually fun. I wanted to go to because I know Mark did a tour last year and this year, and I didn't get to go to either one of them because the day I found out there was a tour here in Indianapolis, it was sold out, and then they weren't repeating cities this year, and then the next tour is going to be in Europe. So I was like, well, that's fuck me then.
Pretty much.
But yeah, that Indie PopCon this year is going to be fun. We need to hang out more
Yeah, for sure.
instead of 5 fucking minutes of you trying to stab me, and like I could have just gotten like a montage of just 10 minutes of him pretending to kill me with various objects around the con.
That was fun.
That was fun. That was like all he did. It was like because I think we met up around the like booth where they were selling like plastic replica weapons and like prop shotguns and stuff. Right? Isn't that where we met up?
Yeah.
Okay, and then I know we met up when we tried to find Fraley. Which that was fun seeing him around. I didn't expect to see Fraley at all, if I was being completely honest.
I was expecting to see him there a bit.
I knew he was going to be there. I just didn't expect to run into him at all.
Oh yeah. I sort of expected to run into him, but at the same time, I wasn't.
You know, 2 contradictory sentences at the same time.
Yeah.
Gotta be as contradictory as possible. Grr. Again, Parker, you need to play Doki Doki Literature Club.
I will think about it.
Or you can like wait till I do Let's Plays, and then I want you to come in and do some of the voices. I need someone to join me for those who hasn't played the game so I can get some blind reactions.
Okay.
So try to avoid any spoilers or anything, and that might work out. Because
I will say I've been working a lot on voices lately.
Can you do a voice of a cute anime girl?
Yeah, no, you're gonna have to find someone else for that.
Damn. You can do any voice. Any voice.
Not really.
Ugh. Where the hell's my
Well,
water
it's
at?
for improv. It's for comedy sports, right?
Yep.
What I've found out is that me personally, I'm not that great with creating a character, but if there's a character that's already been set up, more comfortable, and I feel like I can do a lot more, like Arnold Schwarzenegger. You know, I can do Arnold's voice. Everyone can do Arnold's like voice, you know, the one that came from Terrorizer. I'll get to the chopper. Go fuck yourself. If it bleeds, I can go.
We get it. We get it, Arnold.
But I'm starting to do other voices. I doubt you'll know who Carol Channing is. If anyone in the chat knows who Carol Channing is, please tell me what you think of this, and Brandon relay that to me. I don't think anyone does, though.
Okay.
Everyone in the chat is probably like, who the fuck is Carol Channing? What are you, like 50 years old?
Are you 50 years old, Parker?
Nope.
Okay.
Now, you see, this is how Carol Channing sort of talks.
Sounds vaguely familiar.
Yeah. Now, and this is a scene from one of the games I played on Whose Line Is It Anyway? I picked up this Carol Channing impression from Ryan Stiles, one of the comedians on there. And this is how it goes, right? Now I know what you're thinking. Did I fire 6 shots or 7? Well, to be quite honest with you, I seem to have lost track myself. Now, the question you have to ask yourself is, do you feel lucky, punk? Or do you feel lucky? Well, do you, punk?
Okay, someone in the chat knows who she is.
Okay. What did they think?
I don't know. Again, there's a delay. I just got saying I know she is.
All right, well, I hope you enjoyed that. And then I have been working on Kermit a lot, too.
I'm going to put something in chat I want you to say as Kermit, because I love hearing people say this line. I'm going to drop into the sidebar chat. I love how the response was, that was weak.
Aw.
You just crushed Parker's dreams. If he goes missing, blaming you.
I thought I had a decent accent. Okay.
I'm going to spell real quick. Yes. I love hearing this line said in other people's voices. So I want you to say that as Kermit.
What is it?
It's in the chat. It's in the group chat. On your left-hand side, there should be a chat box. Just click that.
Yep. Okay.
I want to say that as Kermit.
I really don't want to say that.
Say it.
I really don't. All right, everybody. You know, I know this isn't the best Kermit accent, or Kermit voice, whatever the fuck you want to call it. But remember, Kermit has a very unique voice, and it's a bit hard to do. I'm speaking for Brandon when I say this line, by the way. I'm a good little Christmas slut. I live in a good little Christmas hut. Yeah!
Claps. I got
this is my favorite one. This is my favorite one. Hi, everybody. I'm Kermit the Frog. It's great to be here in New York, except for all the juice. Yeah!
Christ.
That was my fucking favorite.
I think at first, so that line I got from one of those quizzes on like Clickhole about are you ready for Christmas? And one of the questions was, what is your Christmas mantra?
Oh my god.
And that was my favorite option. And then over break, I had my older cousin do it in the voice of Tommy from The Room.
Tommy Wiseau, yeah.
Yeah.
I can't do Tommy's voice. I need to work on that.
I have a hard time doing his voice as well. I need to see Disaster Artist at some point soon because I love The Room.
I tried getting through The Room, but it's so fucking difficult to get through, dude.
No, it's not. Dude, that shit was easy as hell to get through. It's hilarious. It's hilarious.
With the fucking like sex scenes that make me want to jump off a roof.
You know what's even better? They only filmed one. That second sex scene, as far as I remember, is the exact same one.
Oh my god, seriously?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure they just looped the sex scenes.
What the fuck?
Oh god, I love that film. I love it so much. You're tearing me apart, Lisa.
No, Brandon. No. Okay.
It's the worst accent because I've not even tried to do it seriously. I absolutely refuse to try to do that accent because I don't want to embarrass myself. Yeah, as for it reused a bunch of the same.
What are you doing outside? Or what are you doing on computer? Go outside. So beautiful. Ah! Have you seen that?
No.
Tommy Wiseau, or Wiseau, however you say it. He did a ad, I think, and that's what he did. He just slammed the computer on the ground and broke it. It was funny as fuck.
There was something else. Oh yeah. We don't have much else to talk about. I'm trying to find. At some point, we're going to have fan fiction for us to narrate, Parker.
Oh no.
I'm going to have to go recruit people for more fan fiction. Do you want that? Remember the last time we had fan fiction on? When Mopey showed up and he read out that fan fiction?
Yeah.
Remember that?
Yeah.
That was hilarious. Question is, did Kat listen to that one?
She did, I think.
That's the best episode. Well, it's not my favorite episode. My favorite episode might be the one we did with Owen, or the first one of 2018 that we did with Ricky, because I was able to do a narration of a fucking hilarious Harry Potter chapter that was written by an AI. It was like they had an AI use predictive text to write a Harry Potter chapter, and it's the most hilarious thing because it makes no goddamn sense. And Ricky and I did a narration of it, and it's weird because apparently Ron is a cannibal now. I can pull it up real quick. If my laptop would stop lagging behind. Harry Potter. There we go. It's called Harry Potter and what looked like a large pile of ash. I accidentally took a screenshot. Okay. Let's see what the hell this is. Okay. Well, I'm going to read you some of my favorite lines from this chapter, okay? It's a single chapter, okay?
Okay.
It was, leathery sheets of rain lashed at Harry's ghost as he walked across the grounds towards the castle. Ron was standing there doing a frenzied tap dance. He saw Harry and immediately began to eat Hermione's family.
What the fuck?
And I love the last line where it's Harry looked around and then fell down the spiral staircase for the rest of the summer. I'm Harry Potter, Harry began yelling. The dark arts better be worried. Oh boy. Like,
oh my god.
It's the best thing ever. It's the best thing ever. It's perfect. I would read an entire book written with the Harry Potter predictive text. Just an entire book. Please, I need it. I need it in my life.
Rizzo.
The hit movie The Realm. I'd like to wish you a happy Memorial Day. Be cool, enjoy yourself this beautiful day. A lot of people be afraid. They're afraid to enjoy the summer. For God's sake, it's Memorial Day. Don't be afraid. Enjoy the summer with your friends, for God's sake. Hi, doggy. Oh, you found it good. What are you doing on the computer? Go outside, so beautiful.
That's where he breaks the computer.
And with that being said, I think that's a good time to end this podcast.
Yep, it wasn't the greatest podcast in the world, but I mean,
But it also wasn't the worst.
yep.
Or I assume not. I don't remember all the episodes. It's definitely not the worst thing to ever go on this channel.
All right, everybody. This is the Infinity Podcast signing off.
See ya, I guess.